Subu, bringing crafting to you. Sorry about that. I just struggle because my phone that I use has got the buttons low down and the attachment to my camera. It makes it awkward, but anyway, I'm there now. Right, so we're going to make a kind of get well card. Somebody I know is ill and suffering, so I'm going to make a pop-up card for them. So today we're going to start off with a piece of card that measures 10 inches by 7 inches, and we're just going to score that at 5 inches. So I'm just putting that in, score that at 5, and then all we're going to do is fold that in half. Let's get that there. Fold it in half, and then I'm going to use my band folder to crease that. Just move the trimmer out of the way a minute, just to use my band folder to crease down either side. Okay, so just put that on one side, and then I've got a piece of DSP for the inside that's going to make the pop-up mechanism, and this is 10.5 inches by 6 and now did I do it 6 and 7/8 or did I do it less? Just let me check that for you. In fact, I better alter that on my notes. 6 3/4. So where are we? Card base, no, DSP 6 3/4. Sorry, because when I put it on, I'll need to have got that accurate. Okay, so I'm going to remove my trimming blade, and now I seem to have misplaced my scoring blade. What have I done with that? Must have just flown off somewhere. Oh, it's on the floor. Sorry about that. Okay, so make sure you've got your paper, your DSP facing the right way. So I'm going to have it round like this. Let's just pop that over. And I'm going to score. So this DSP, if I didn't tell you, sorry, was 10.5 by 6 3/4, and I'm going to score that at 2 1/4. So 2 1/4, that's 2 1/4, then 3 1/4, that's 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and 5 1/4, and 5 1/4, 6 1/4, 6 1/4, 7 1/4, and 1/4, and then 8 1/4. Okay. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, so let's just move that out of the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold up, so that makes a valley fold, and just make sure that you have got your sides level. Okay, so make sure that first one's level. Then we're going to fold it back on itself, crease, and fold it back. So this is just making a concertina. Okay, and fold it back on itself. And then fold it up and back on itself, and then fold it like that. So you should end up like me with a concertina that's like that. Okay, and I'm going to bring back in my base now, my card base, and making sure I've got my DSP the way I want it. Just going to put glue all on this side. Let me just pick off that. Put glue all on this side. I've got glue on that side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my card face this so that I've got equal increment all the way around that part. Okay, so let's just leave that till I'm happy with it, and then just place the card back on. That seems to have gone out, I don't know why, so let me just get that go right, otherwise that'll knock my card up. So just make sure all them, all right, I think that's okay now. And then I'm just going to put this, so you can do this with any of your DSP, any coordinating DSP that you've got to your card base. So I'm going to put that down, and then I'm just going to close the card up and then just rub over the top like that. Just give it a moment or two to finish, and then just make sure that you're happy with how it's gone inside. Yes, I'm happy. So that's going to spring like that inside, like that. Okay, right, now I'll put that onto one side for a minute. What I've already done is I've cut out, and these happen to be Misty Moonlight, so I've cut the stylish shapes, I think they're called. So I've cut 3 out of the stylish shapes. Now, did I leave those out? Yes, I did. And I'll just tell you which one it is, so that you know. So I think it's it's the 3rd one. So if you go from the smallest, so 1, 2, and it was the 3rd one that I've used. And so I've done the stylish shapes, and the 3rd one for that square, and cut 3. And then I think they were called something shapes. What were they called? They're the stylish shapes, and the one before, stitched shape dies. So with the stitched shape dies, I have cut this second one up, and that just gives you that lovely border round. So before we stick them down, I'm going to do some stamping. So I've done 3 of those already, and I noted that one was a little bit crease, so I'm just going to iron out the creases there. There we go. And I'm going to put 2 lots of words on, and also some flowers to decorate. So we're going to have to put this at an angle. So this is garden green, so I'm just going to put this at an angle like this, because it will just fit on. Be of good courage, just like the affirmation words. That's good. And then I'm also going to do one with thinking of you. And that again, I'm going to put that at an angle. So this is garden green, and the colour is pale papaya, but it's any colours that you've got that coordinate. Right, so I'll just shut that up, so that I don't get any ink on that. Now these flowers are from the Cheerful Daisy set, and I'm doing it pale papaya because I'm doing tone on tone. So I'm just gonna put these at an angle again. So there we go, they're so pretty. Now what I'm going to do is get the layering leaves, but I'm not going to ink up. I'm going to try and be careful with this, and I haven't brought myself the cloth if I don't, so I have to try and be very careful. Now, so the layering leaves, I am just going to only ink up the very first part of the leaf, so I've got to be very careful, and I'm just going to put that on there. Now I've decided, this is how I was testing it out, decided I'm not going to do it full strength. I'm going to just do one there, and again I've got to be careful, so I've got to concentrate on what I'm doing. Take off the full strength, and let's see if I can get that in there. And again, make sure I'm only getting that up. Take that off, and let's do some down here. So let's try that there, and again I'm just doing the corner, hoping you can see that, and do that there, and just make sure I'm just getting that one, and I think I'll just do that there. Just make sure I'm only getting that corner, and am I going off the camera? Sorry, I am. Just put that there. Let's have a look, and I just want an odd one. See if it can go just there. Let's have a look at that. So now you've got a fill-in one, so I'm going to use the fill-in one, and again I'm just gonna, I didn't bring an extra one, so I'll just strip that off there for a minute. Again, I just want to ink up that first one, put it in there, and then do that on the top. And I'm going to see if I can get two out of there. Yeah, lovely. So just got to concentrate on getting that first one, then ink, and then I'm just going to ink in the middle, not re-ink, and take it away again, and then make sure I'm only getting that first one, some off, and then we're going to get that one there, and one more, and let's see if I can just do that one. Yeah, it's just done it, just faded a bit more. There we go. So that's your two-step stamping. I might need that again in a minute, but that's all right for now. So we're just going to mount these now. So I'm just going to put these on, so it gives it a nice border all the way around. And just make sure you just get that in the middle. So I thought these worked well together. I don't know, I didn't know whether it left too much of a border to do the stylish shapes, and I didn't cut them. And in fact, just before I glue one down, I will look at this and the stylish shape. So I'll just put that there, but it just makes it that little bit different. Can you see the stylish shapes have a dot, and the shapes just have dashes. So I'll just bring in, just to show you the actual stylish shape one. The next one down, just going to bring in, so that's the one, and the next one down, look, I think is a lot smaller. So what you can see is that it matches the edge of this, but if you see, the cutting is a little bit lower down. So this is practically the same size as the square that I've got. There's just a fraction, I don't know whether you can see, it's a fraction bigger, this. So I found that using those two, that's what I like about Stampin' Up. They'll often do things that you can get that you can match them and do all sorts with. So they are different sizes. So if you haven't got those but you've got the older ones, they are different sizes and they will layer nicely together. So, and we'll put that in that way, I think. Okay, and just get that. Oops. No, I went and put a little bit too much glue on that edge, so let's just tip that back. There we go. Right, so we're going to bring back in our card base now, and what I'm going to do is I'm thinking of you, and I'm going to put this right at the top there. You see that right at the top? So I'm just going to glue on this edge here, and I'm not even going half, I'm just going about that much on, and I'm going to put that a little bit from the top and a little bit from the edge. So I've not gone to the edge and a little bit to the top. And then I'm going to put the Be of Good Courage on the last one. So again, I'm going to put a little bit down the edge there, and going to look, try and match it up to what I've done at the top. So I'm looking at the top to see if I've got that equal distance, and then in the middle I'm going to put my flower, and so just make sure that that is there, and I'm just trying to put this in the middle. So this is quite, you have to look. So again, oops, let me get my flower which way round I want it. I think I'll do it that way. So I'm going to just put some glue, not even halfway, just like a third really. And then I'm going to try and get that about the same distance. I'm just trying to see that's the same distance, yeah, more or less, and then the same from the edge. So that's how the three look like that. And then we're going to do this bit here, and what I've done is I've got a piece, let's just move that out of the way. This piece measures, and I'll write this down so that I've got it for putting on my description. So that's 2 1/8, so white sentiment, 2 1/8 by 2 1/8 by 4 inches. 4 inches. Okay, so 2 1/8 by 4 inches. We're going to do what my favourite thing for making sentiments. So you can make different sentiments with this. So I'm going to do what I do. So you put it in, decide whichever side you want it on. So I'm doing it so it's got a curve at the top. So then you flip it over and you punch it. Then you flip it over and punch it. And then you flip it over again. And then that will give you the lovely bits there. And you could use those to hold pictures in if you wanted to save those. So I'll just move that out of the way. And then we're going to decorate this now. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. So I'm going to put this in here. Got that. I'm just going to make sure that that's going to print all right, that I haven't made it too messy. No. I'll look again. Okay, it's okay. Okay, and I'm going to put this at the top. So I'm going to fit the May in the top bit. There we go. Lovely. Move that out of the way so it doesn't get on anything. And let's have a look. I really like this stamp set, and I'm just going to bring in one of the side ones that you can do, but instead of doing it at each side, I'm going to completely do it through the middle. So I'm just going to get my flower off there. Just going to mount that on there, but I'm not going to have that full strength. So I'm going to see, I'll put that over there a minute, bring back in. This is where I was working out how to do this card. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm going to go with 3. So I'm going to stamp 1, stamp 2, and this is the generation. So I'm going to put this right through this. I love doing that. That's lovely. And then I'm going to write on this bit here. So that will be on there. Okay, so we'll bring the card back in, and this is going to fit at this side. So that just gives it a nice little decoration. So it's one way, getting the trio punch. You've got so many things that you can do with it. So let me just get that, make sure that that's straight. Let's see. That little bit there. That's it. There we go. So that will stand up nicely like that for the recipient, but then we're going to do a nice front now. So I've got a piece of DSP, and this measures, and I ought to write this down as well because I've not wrote these down. So let me do this DSP and then I can put it on. So this measures 4.5. So 4.5 by, let's go a little bit further. So 4.5 by 6.5. And we're just going to put that on. Just keep having to bring the trimmer back in for the measurements. So any DSP that coordinates, I'm taking advantage that the Stylish Shapes are back in clearance currently, obviously while stocks last. So got a nice border all the way around there. There we go. And then I've brought in the returning favourite colour, Blue Lagoon. And no, that can't be right. Lost Lagoon, is it called? It should be LL. Just let me check. what is it? I'll just flick through my charts. Lost Lagoon. It's a subtle. It's come back into the subtles, and this measures 3.5 by 5.5. So this is 3.5 by 5.5, and this is going to go in the middle here. So this is Lost Lagoon. Lost Lagoon there. And just make sure you've got equal increments all the way around. Okay, and then I've got another piece that coordinates that's similar colour to my base card, and this measures, oh, I didn't write that one down, did I? Oh, I'll work it out after. This one is 3.25, so I'll just miss a gap. 3.25 by 5.25. 5.25. That's 5.25. Okay, so as I say, just using anything that's coordinating. We're going to do that. And that is going to have equal increments all the way round. And then I've got I've cut out from the Splendid Day, I've cut out this semicircle that I'm going to put a dimension underneath. That's minis, I don't want to use my mini. Bring in those dimensionals. And I'm just going to put one in the middle but towards the bottom, because let me just, yeah, I think I'll do that towards the bottom so you see me okay. I'm going to put that equal, just press down, there we go, so that's towards the bottom. And then ahead of time I have cut out again in the Lost Lagoon just one of the foliage pieces of the I'm just going to just slightly put that so it's right at the top there. And then I haven't got Lost Lagoon as an ink, but what I've done here is I have a Stampin' Right marker that is Pretty Peacock. When Pretty Peacock was here last time, I got the in colours in Stampin' Right markers, so that's always a great idea to do. And I'm going to put that directly on top of it, and I'm just touching the stalk just in there. And then from the Cheerful Daisies, I've cut these sprigs out, these like branchy things, and I'm just going to stick those, come in and over like that, and then stick this one up, just stick a little bit of glue on there just to hold it. I'm taking this, that can even tuck under there, tuck that under there. And I've cut those out in foil. It's like a champagne foil that I've got. And then I did the bee from I think I will stick it up on a minute. I've got the bee from the Splendid Day as well, and what I've done is don't know whether you can see, but I have done gold embossed powder and done it in gold, and I'm just gonna, I think I'll perch him over there, coming on there. And then I've got some tiny little butterflies that I've cut out in the foil as well. I thought I'd stick these on my, now I've gone and lost them by the looks of things, which is annoying. Oh, there's another. So I've just tipped all these out and just going to decorate this. So this is the same foil as, say, it's a champagne colour. Oh, there's another. I'm just going to stick 3 on here. Oh, let's stick that a bit further down. There. That's it. And I did have one more. I'm just going to see if I can find my one more. Yes, I have. Lovely. And I thought I'll just put that inside. So I'm just going to put that there. And let's do it on there. But we just have one going off on the inside as well, because I cut 4 out. Those little tiny butterflies are from Beauty Abounds. I should know that. Beauty Abounds, and you get loads of the little dies in there to cut these little butterflies out. And what I do is when I cut, like I've done here, when I cut using foil and I've cut out these sprigs, I keep them, the foil, because you've got all these here, and as you can see, there and there is where I cut out the butterflies. Now, don't cut the butterflies out with the sprigs. I do the sprigs first, and then whatever's left, I get the maximum out, because I've still got something. I could cut some letters out with that, or little bits of things. So it's handy to keep all those. So I have a drawer with all those in and then go back and back to them. So there we go. So that's the front, sending hugs, and then open it up and you've got thinking of you and be of good courage and may the Lord bless you and keep you, and I will write there. So I hope you like that. This is a 7 by 5 card. It will have to go in the large letter, but because I love making pop-out cards and things, I always these days are buying large letter stamps. But I think it's lovely for the recipient to look at. They can display it like that, only I am going to write. So it's just a pop out for them to look at and stand the card as normal, because we've done a pretty front. I was inspired by, I can't remember his name. It was a male that I saw a Pinterest, and he'd done something similar to this, and I thought, oh, I like that. I've added other things, like I've added my butterflies and I've added Miss Briggs and things, so mine is different to his. And then the inside, I saw this on another card, so it was an American one, and I'm sorry I can't again remember who the person was. But she says, have a go. So she's giving you a license to recreate, to do it for yourself. So unfortunately, as I say, I can't remember her name. But her card was a standard 4.5 inch wide by 5.5 inch tall, whereas mine's 5 by 7. So I have to work out all the measurements myself. Excuse me. So I hope you like that and you'll give it a go. I think it's a very pretty card. You can use any DSP. I'm just showing you ideas of what you can do, so you can go away and make your own with your own sets of DSP and your own set of cards. So hope you like that. Thank you very much for dropping by. I do appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I used to have dreams, and I used to dream that I was at the crucifixion, and I always was seeing Jesus on the cross, and I was always feeling so bad, and I just felt I wanted to say that he shouldn't be on there. He shouldn't be. It's me. It's my fault. It's my sin that's put him there. And I was very young when I had these dreams, and they were reoccurring dreams. And I don't know, up to the age of 13, I was having these dreams and just knew in my dreams that I didn't want him to be on the cross for me, and I felt that I should be there in his place. But I didn't know what to do about it. I just left it. And then when I was 13-year-old, we went to a youth, it used to be on in the 6 weeks holiday, and it was a youth centre. And there were some Christians there that were playing the guitar, and I loved music and I loved singing. And I went to talk to her, and she said, you know that Jesus died for you? And I sort of died for your sin. And I said, well, yes, but I don't know what to do about it. I know he's died. And they said, you can give your life to him. So the girl didn't know, but there and then I sort of inwardly gave my life to Jesus. And I've been following Jesus ever since. So I just wanted to tell you my little story of how I became a Christian. So I do appreciate that you've stopped by. I hope you listened to my story. I don't normally come on a Sunday, but I thought, well, I'll come on today and I will tell you how I became a Christian. So thank you very much for dropping by. I do appreciate it. If you don't subscribe to me, please subscribe and press the notification button so you won't miss any further of my videos. Thank you very much. God bless, stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.